Hello everyone and welcome back to CareerQ, a place to curate your career. So in one of my previous videos wherein I had posted the pros and cons of joining into Capgemini, I had said that there is this 3 months of training program that is offered by Capgemini for its freshers, which is one of the best training programs across India. So a lot of you had questioned me about the detailed analysis of the training program and what is there and what's not. So I decided to make a complete video on it to share what my experiences were, what I came to know about this training program, what all is offered, and a lot more. So in this video I have covered all about the 3 months of training program that Capgemini offers. What is the course structure, the test, the exam pattern, and what is the salary difference if there is any. Do watch the video to the end to know for yourself, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel so that we get the motivation to build such content for you. With that being said, let's get started. So I'll share my experience of this training program. I was hired as a fresher on the post of senior analyst at Capgemini Technology, and after joining Capgemini, I was also sent for this 3 months of training. So your training program, since we were a huge batch of students, a huge freshers batch joining in, so the entire batch was subdivided into different groups, and my group was known as the J2EE group or J2EE batch. So there are different training locations that are given for different groups. There were some groups which were offered the training within Capgemini campus itself. However, for my group, it was in a different center in a different building in Andheri. Okay, so the difference. So this difference is majorly dependent on the trainer, wherever the trainer has agreed and wherever they can make the arrangements for your batch. So my training was in Andheri location in a separate third-party organization or third-party building wherein the trainer came every day, and it was a classroom training. Okay, so that was where the training was conducted. Now coming to the training, the actual training program or the course structure of the training. So the training was divided into 3 different groups. The first one was SQL and RDBMS. The second subdivision was soft skill training, and the third subdivision was the actual code training for Java. That is for the J2EE. So the full form of J2EE is Java Enterprise Edition. So firstly, this SQL and RDBMS training was given to us. This was not more than 2.5 days, and during this time there was a separate trainer who was highly skilled in the database platform, and we were taught how to write codes and create tables, and what joins are and what truncate is and everything, like the entire detailing, the entire course of SQL and RDBMS was given in that 2.5 days. It was just a small training because that was not really the major of our domain. Okay. So next was the soft skill training. Now the soft skill training lasted for 1 week, one entire week, that is 5 days. The soft skill training lasted. Now this trainer, she was very pleasant, and we were taught about the different kinds of GD sessions and how to make presentations, what to look and what to take care when you are building up a presentation, how you should speak when you're giving a presentation. When you start, your training is over and you are on bench in Capgemini or in any other industry for that matter, you will be giving interviews to get into different projects. So how to give these kind of interviews, these project specific interviews, so these were taught to us in that soft skill training. And so just to inform you that there is this final exam which everyone has to clear, and all of these things like the soft skills and the database trainings, these are very minor trainings. However, you can really score. These have some percentage in your total scores, so you can really, these are the scoring points, and you can score. And even if you say perform a bit bad in your exam, these scores can help you pass. Okay, so after, say, the first 2 weeks were somewhat related to these trainings only, and then we started with the actual Java training for the J2E batch. That was our batch. Okay, so what was there? So the course of this coding training, or the main code training, was further subdivided into 5 different sections. Okay, so these 5 sections, first one was Java, and then another technology, another technology. So there are a lot of things, in Java. There are JSPs, there are microservices, and there are a lot of things that come when you learn, when you have to learn Java. So the course was divided in that fashion, wherein the first you were just taught to write basic Java code, and then some advanced Java codes, and then how to segregate them into microservices, and then the last two of them were projects. Okay, so after each course, after each course was there was an exam. Okay, after each course there was an exam that was taken, and the passing percentage was really high, that is 70%. So the exam was of 100 marks, and you have to score 70 or above for pass. If you do not pass the exam, then a retest will be conducted. Each course was majorly of 1 week or 1.5 weeks, and then on one day there was this exam, and you had to clear it. You had to write your code, and it was sent, and it was checked by not your trainer, but by people within the organization. Okay, it was sent to them, and it was checked by the people within the organization, and the scores were sent back. So it's not like if you make some friendship with your trainer, you won't be getting any advantage. Anyhow, so that's not the point. All I want to say is that the course is very thoughtfully designed, from basic to intermediate to advanced. It is very thoughtfully designed, and on each step it takes a test, so that you know whether you are comfortable and you are up to the speed, and you have got hold of each and every topic that has been taught or not. And if you are if you're failing, it's not like you are sent home. You are allowed for a retest and then retest. So there are retests for you to clear them and then go on for the next exam. So these retests also happened within this time. There was nothing, there was no other slot or somewhere you had to go again and you have to give, or you were put into some other batch and you had to leave your batch and things like that. Next comes the 2 projects that I said. Both of these projects were divided in the group that we were subdivided into different teams, and within a team you had to build a project. The topics were given by the trainer themselves, and you had to build this project and you had to show it. So the first one, you had to show it just to your trainer, and then you had to show, and then that was the evaluating thing, and it went to the employees, as I said, and the marks came. However, the final project, okay, the last project that was there, that was the final that was like a final test or the final exam within a training. Okay, so there were 3 people from Capgemini, different business units, who came to our training location one day, and we had to present. It was not just building that making that project, but it was about making a presentation, and then each of the team member presenting different slides. So it was a cumulative of the entire training that you had gone through. Okay, and this was tested not by the trainer or not by the employees, but these were tested by the heads of the various business units. They came and they found, and they saw whatever you have built, and they asked questions. There was a viva kind of around, and that was it. So this was how the 5 subdivisions within the coding training looked like. Okay, and finally, after each of this is complete, there was this one day that we had to give an MCQ exam. Okay, so this is called the L1 test, or the level 1 test. Okay, so this had only MCQ questions, and it had questions throughout the training. Whatever skill sets you were trained on, whatever you were taught, everything was there in this question paper, and it was and the passing score was 60%. In this L1 test, it had questions, as I said, from the entire training, whatever was taught to you. Okay, so that's how the 3 months of training program looked like. Now, if I talk about the skills on which I was trained, then these are the different skills that I was trained on. Firstly, as I said, it was SQL and RDBMS and Oracle, and next it came to the soft skills, and then it was Java, it was Angular, it was microservices, JSPs, servlets, and then it was AWS cloud. It was cloud technology, cloud computing, AWS cloud, and S3 database, and MongoDB, Docker, and Kubernetes. So these were the skill sets on which I was trained. Next comes the salary structure. So for the senior analyst, as in for my batch, there was nothing as such that you will be offered this right now and then post training you will be offered something else. So as I have already previously said, that we were hired at a salary slab of 6.8 LPA, and our enhanced salary was somewhere around 50K. So from the very beginning we received the 50K and it was not less. However, I have heard that for the analysts this is a bit different. For the analysts, they are hired at 3.8 LPA or 4 LPA, and they are within training they are offered within training their enhanced salary is 22 or 23K, and later when your training gets over, it is 27 or 28K. That is the structure, but that was not for me or my case. So yeah, that was it. That's how the entire training process of Capgemini looked like. It was one of the best experiences, one of the best 3 months, because within 3 months getting so much of knowledge is something really difficult, and the task that the trainers did was really commendable, and it was really good. The training program was something that I really appreciate. So that's how the training program looks like. When I say this, so I would not recommend you going through any of the skills that I have discussed in the video, because you never know in which domain you are put, and on which technology you get trained. So that is completely random, and that's not something that we are allowed to choose for ourselves. So it's better that you let them decide, and once you are into that, then you can put your effort to learn them. So yeah, that's what it was. And if you like today's video, and if you felt that it added some value to you, then do put a thumbs up. And if you have any doubts, then you can put them in the comments below, and as I try to reply to each one of you, I will definitely try to reply to you as well. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye.